He's
Hello.
Hello, David. You made it.
Emil.
What do you think about the conclusion that Tower 7 collapsed because of fire?
Well, I'd been researching the global conspiracy for a long, long time before 9/11 happened. And I'd come across a very clear technique of mass manipulation, which I call problem, reaction, solution. You want to change society, but you know that if you did it openly, then the people would resist and say, what are you doing? So what you do is you create a problem, you blame someone else for it, you tell the public the version of the problem you want, and then you want the public in fear, you want them in outrage, you want them to say, do something, and then you offer the solutions to the problems you've created. Now, when 9/11 came along, it fitted every single aspect of problem, reaction, solution. And I wrote a book, immediately started researching a book which came out a year later. And since then there's been an explosion of research, and it's very clear that the official story of 9/11 is a fairy tale. And when you look at the way the world has been changed, freedoms taken away, justifying invasions of Afghanistan, and also, you know, by implication, if not directly, Iraq, to stop terrorism. Now, none of that would have happened without 9/11. And when you look at the different aspects of it, it's laughable, the official story. Not one strand of it fits with another, including what you mentioned there, Building 7. We're talking about buildings of a type that have never, ever, before or since, collapsed because of fire. And it's clear when you see the research that by whatever means, and that's debatable, there was a controlled demolition of those buildings. You look at any pictures on the internet or whatever of buildings around the world that are brought down on purpose. They implode and they fall in the area they're standing on. That is exactly what happened to the Twin Towers and Building 7, to the point where television presenters on the news programs, when it happened in America, were saying that looked just like a controlled demolition. Well, it did, because it was. And we have got to get wise to this, because if we don't, we're going to live in a global fascist state within the next 10 years. And if Croatia asked me for any advice whatsoever, I would say, for goodness sake, stay out of the European Union, because that is a major vehicle to centralize power and take away power of the people in the countries of Europe.